Hey guys, Prometheus here, back with a new video for you guys, a channel update. We haven't done this in quite some time here. So I want to update you guys on some changes with the content. First things first, I think at this point, seeing the stuff that we have in Crusader Kings 3, I think I'm pretty much going to put that run as being completed. There isn't much I wanted to do in that, but other than kind of explore some of the stuff that was in the game, new stuff that was added. I think we kind of did that, but at this point, I think it needs a lot of patching. There's a lot of weird things in there, especially when the fact that we stole that that artifact, the Sword of Mars, or the Sword of God, the one that's from Attila the Hun. We kind of stole that in a way, and we just kind of were given it. I thought it was kind of weird in that, and it kind of slowed down the run from there, but I think it's a good foundation, and we'll have to see what more they add, Paradox adds to that mix. So let's get into this. So we did start, of course. I'm loving the Soviet hot mod campaign. I did have to restart that, but we're pretty much back, at least in about 3 episodes, because of the big update with that added domination to it. In about 3 episodes, so by the time we get to the third one, I'm still going to count it as technically the 9th episode. But we get just about back where we were prior to that, and there's some fun stuff when it comes to exploring that one. So I'm really enjoying hot mod as the Soviets, so we'll keep on playing that. Expeditions Rome, I think I'm just prior to the siege at Alexandria, so did do some of that recording today, so we'll continue with that one. It has 4 acts, I think, in the game, and we are in the 2nd act. So I think once we take Alexandria, we kind of go into a lull like we did in between the 1st and 2nd act, and we roll into the 3rd act, which I know is mimics Caesar's conquest in Gaul. So that'll be interesting to know, because that's where Caesar pretty much got famous and had one of his biggest operations, including the one where, I don't remember what battle is off the top of my head, the one where he ended up sieging one of the Averni settlements, and he built a wall around it, essentially, his own fortifications, and then he built a 2nd line of fortifications to keep out another army, and he ended up winning a crazy battle there that ultimately gave him the fame that led to him marching on Rome and getting the Senate kind of against him. So that'll be fun to get through that. It's the one I'm most familiar with, his campaigns in Gaul, as opposed to his campaign in his life going through Asia Minor and Africa, so, or in Egypt. So we'll kind of keep playing with that. I'm enjoying the game so far. Total War, our Rome 2, the War of the Gods. I'm loving that right now. We're going to keep on going through that. And I think once we kind of wrap over and reach the point where the historical Roman Empire I think that'll be the end of the campaign there. I still want to do some Total War, but I'm just not sure what I want to do. A lot of the Warhammer 3 stuff I did kind of mess with a little bit. The Immortal Empires campaign is not out. It's probably going to be a while for that. So we're probably not going to jump into that, and it's been a disappointment with me playing it offline. So I'll have to figure out what to do with that once we're done. I was thinking maybe DEI campaign. It was recently brought out of beta, and one of the biggest changes for that beta patch to be released was additions to Rome. So you might see, oddly enough, 2 Roman campaigns back to back. But we'll kind of see. City Skylines campaign, I'm really enjoying it. We're getting to the part where we start building the city out in a better kind of rate and a better method. I'm not sure how long we're going to take that. I really enjoy City Skylines, and so I think it's a pretty chill playthrough. We'll kind of just be going through that whole thing. Distant Worlds 2 dropped a little bit ago. I did forgot to turn these green because I did put these out today. But while Distant Worlds 2 is not everything that the Distant Worlds universe is, it is a base of the game. And what I really enjoy in this, some people might criticize the fact that I go to 4x speed in the start of the game. These games like this, especially Distant World, the time that I like in it is that time to where you've just gotten your bubble drives, your slip space drives, and you're exploring the galaxy from there. So that's one of the things going to 4x is I like the exploration idea with that, which is probably why I automate a lot of the economic stuff with by the AI. So games like that, I really enjoy more of the exploration and stuff like that. So kind of going through that. Unexpected, I didn't know about this, but Battle Brothers had a new DLC out. So I think we will end up fitting that in at some point as well. And there's 2 new starting things, and we never did really a base starting run. And the fact that, well, I'm much better at the game than the first campaign. I was absolutely terrible. And probably still am in aspects, but kind of see how that goes. Madden, or not Madden, Madden will be after this, but MLB The Show comes out, 22 comes out in a couple weeks. So we'll be doing a Chicago Cubs rebuild, projected to be one of the worst teams in the league. I think they're projected to be the last in their division at that point. But the biggest thing with it is a recent signing. I think he's out of Japan, maybe South Korea. I want to say Japan though, and I can never pronounce his name. And I'm blanking on it. Recently just signed with the Cubs this week. And I think it would be awesome to take a guy that I think hasn't ever been in the league. He is from Japan, so hasn't been in the league at all, and kind of see what we can make of a great player like that. So we'll see how that is. That will be a rebuild, a realistic rebuild wise, as opposed to the first Cubs franchise, but also we're going to make some realistic choices, things like that. And we're not going to build a team that's just an absolute monster. We're going to make realistic decisions in that. And you might see one other thing that we're going to start on Monday, and that is going to be called Road to the League. So the idea will be that we'll take one of the minor tables in, we'll call it English football, but soccer, whatever you want to call it. And we are going to go in Football Manager 22 and take one of the tables there that's lower down in the Premier League, and we are going to build our manager, and the goal will be to go from one of those bottom leagues and work our way up to the Premier League to win a title. So I like, if you haven't noticed, I like franchise building on the channel when it comes to sports games. When it comes to Madden, Madden is, well, to say it lightly in a Charles Barkley accent or voice, it's just terrible. The game is terrible, and that's just what I feel about Madden. Maybe it's better. It's so unfortunate though during this time with some big signings going on in the league, some big trades with Deshaun Watson today, going over to the Browns. However, no matter how you feel with that entire situation over the last couple of years, the trade was honestly just one of the biggest trades that I've ever seen, even bigger than the Russell Wilson trade. So it's insane because that also makes a domino effect throughout the league with Baker Mayfield and kind of throughout like that. So it's a shame that Madden cannot mimic big things like that. And this time of the year when free agency is going strong like this, it's unfortunate. It hurts my soul to know that EA is so far from having a workable game. And our Eagles franchise at this point, I'm not having fun with Madden. That's all it comes down to. I've thought about doing a college football revamped, but with a lot of stuff on the channel right now and MLB The Show, I think I want to get through some of the stuff we have, get through and start the MLB The Show, which will be a cut series. Bring back cut series will be an edited series, so it won't be like our Athletics or Blue Jays franchise. So that one will be more of key moments, key highlights, post commentary type deal. And so that'll be, I think, a good one with that because it's going to be a longer franchise and it will allow me to get through some key games, things like that, and allow us to also have the flexibility to play at the majors, but also showcase young talent and minors because it'll be a team building franchise. So I want to emphasize that in a lot of my sports games going into this is that games we can have that. I want it to be more of a team builder idea. Road to the league, obviously we will go in as an unemployed coach. We'll get like bare minimum because the idea is we want to get our team, our club. Like we want to pick what league we're in, and then we also want to go in and try to build that club and see what we can get in. I think it will closely mimic kind of like the Coach Carousel idea that we tried to do with Madden with the Dolphins. That doesn't exactly work out very well with Madden because of how rigid the coach system is in the game even now. So the idea will be taking a Coach Carousel idea with that. If we pick a club and it goes bad, well then we're gonna have to look for another job within a division or lower. We'll make some rules with that when it comes to if we do fail at a point, we'll make it to where we can't rise fast or faster than we want to. I haven't played Football Manager in quite a while. There's some new stuff that they added to this one, and to me, football, soccer, foot soccer ball, whatever you want to call it, it's one of my favorite sports, and it was one that I played the majority of my life, and then actually played a lot of it in the Marines when I was in there with a lot of the guys. So I'm looking forward to getting back into that whole thing and, well, building a good club in the Premier League. And that will have also the Olympic teams maybe in that. So we'll give ourselves a little incentive to kind of compete for those teams like that to go through. But we'll mimic the entire, as much of the league as we can with an idea without slowing the game down. So we'll kind of see with that. That's all I have on the update. We're still going through Horizon Zero Dawn. I think the next couple days we'll probably be done with that. And then as of what we jump into, I kind of saw some preview stuff of Ghostwire Tokyo, and I just don't think it's my type of game in that. So we might actually, I don't know, we'll have to figure it out what we play next on stream. Maybe we'll do Fun Chill Distant Worlds 2 playthrough, nothing crazy, just kind of experiment, maybe something like that, or maybe we'll boot up another game to kind of start playing through in that. So thanks for hanging out. I'll kind of decide that. We're not, I mean, I have the weekend to kind of figure that out, what we're going to do after that. But that's going to be it for this video. A little bit longer one, about 15 minutes of a channel update here. A lot of stuff to go through. Haven't really did a channel update in quite some time. So that'll be it for this video. Thanks for hanging out. Don't forget to leave a like below this video, comment, and subscribe. You guys are really crushing that. I think we're just past 1280 in subs, so 1280. So really appreciate it. We're growing slowly but surely, and it's all because of you guys, and I really appreciate that. So I will see you in the next video. Later, guys.